Hi, good morning, everybody. Today is the first day of Chaitra Navaratri, and this is one of the religious celebrations which happens 4 times a year, but twice a year in March and in October. It is celebrated with a lot of pomp and vigor. And this March Navratri is Chaitra Navratri, and this marks the seasonal change of spring to summer, and it being the agricultural farming type of the industry in India. A lot of farmers celebrate it with a lot of happiness and enthusiasm. And around this time, there are 10 days festival of Navratri, which means 9 days of fasting and celebration honoring Durga Devi. And during this fast, a lot of different people observe different type of fasting rituals. I'm from South India, so I don't think we do exact similar fasting as North Indians. But I have lived in North India all my life, and I have observed some fasts along with my North Indian friends. And I'm always very impressed and intrigued by why there should be a fasting. And I started asking questions in my spirituality group, and I got different answers. One of the friends said she read up and she said it is to cleanse the whole body and soul. In other words, I would think of it as a detox. In the olden days, our ancestors knew about it. They were going through the detox between the seasons. From spring to summer, this comes right in between the transition phase, and the ancestors put it there as a detoxing phenomenon, which we still follow along. Most of the people do not question. And that's the difference between religiousness and spirituality. In religiousness, you are following the rituals. You may or may not raise any questions, and those are the traditions, culture, and heritage. You just embrace it. In spirituality, you do not limit yourself to a religion. You kind of embrace everything, but then you question and try to find answers. And once you're satisfied with those answers and convinced that those are the right things, then you embrace it for yourself. It's not always for the whole community, but you make those rules and regulations for yourself. And I think to me, that's spirituality. So I'm here working with my phase 2 people, and a lot of women are fasting, some men are fasting as well. And during the fast, according to the stringent food rules, you cannot eat many things. There's a long list of those which we'll go through, and what is allowed is all carbohydrate rich diet. So what I thought was just to kind of be supportive of my team members who are fasting, I would also observe Navaratri fast, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times, depending on how much I can manage. And today I started off with the breakfast, and this is a typical sabudana khichdi, which was made by soaked sabudana. Those are the taro root, small little pearl-like balls, and in English they are known as tapioca balls. They come in different sizes and different colors. The Indian cooking takes this typical size, which is a size of a pearl, and it's white in color. When I make the tea with boas, that usually has a much bigger size pearl, and that has different colors, which I put it in my green tea. And my kids love to drink that. We'll talk about that some other time. So that's the tapioca pearls, and I cooked it up to make sabudana khichdi. And to increase the nutritional value of this, which is around 300 calories, mostly carb, I'm going to add half a cup of ground peanuts. It sounds like a lot, but when you mix it up nicely, it will give a nice crunch and a taste. And you can eat it as breakfast, as a main meal, as dinner. And in order to increase the raw vegetable content, I have added here some cucumbers. These are the cucumbers which I use. Those are the baby cucumbers, also known as mini cucumbers. And they are 10 calories only each. So it cannot get any better. If you want to fill yourself, go with raw vegetables. Especially these are go-to foods. You can pack it for lunches in your kids' school lunch bags. And they are a pretty good source of micronutrients, but they do not have much of anything else They are low carb, low calorie, easy filling, good fiber. So do try that. And these are the peanuts which I used, the dry roasted sea salt peanuts. And I took the calorie content of this, half a cup. It's approximately around 100 calories and 9 to 10 grams of protein. So that's the sabudana khichdi with total calorie counts of around 400 to 425 calories, along with the 9 to 10 grams of protein and a lot of raw vegetables, which will be the fiber. So this, you could eat it as a one whole meal and be full for the next 6 hours and continue to observe your fast. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll try to question myself, and I'll try to question the rituals to see why we are observing so many rules and regulations in Hindu culture. And I'm finding wonderful answers which I'm going to share as I go along. Again, this is a new journey for me, which I'm going to share. So feel free to add comments and tell me your input about why do we observe fast, why are certain foods not allowed in this fasting time period. I would be happy to hear. But from what I read, there are 3 categories of foods: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. Tamasic foods are the ones which are completely not allowed during the fasting period. Rajasic foods also give you too much energy and kind of get you excited and impulsive. So you only stick with sattvic food, which is the most pious, simple, easy to digest, and gives you calm and pure thoughts. So that's the type of foods which are allowed during these 10 days of ritual fasting. Happy Navratri. Take care.